We just derived the form Kritri using the Sutram 3388 and adding the affix Ktri to the verbal root Kru. Now let's continue with that form and take a look at this Sutram 4420, which says Ktrer mam nityam. First of all, we are jumping to a completely new section, Adhikaraha of the Ashtadhyayi. This is the Adhikara of Tadhitaha, which starts from 4176 Tadhitaha and goes all the way up to the end of chapter 5. This Adhikara we'll be seeing in about a year from now. We take a look at all these Tadhita Pratyayaha. They're what are called as secondary affixes. When we have a Pratipadikam, we add one of these Tadhita Pratyayaha, get a derived Pratipadikam, a secondary Pratipadikam, a secondary form. For example, if you have a word like Sundara, means beautiful, we get Sundarasya Bhavaha Saundaryam, beauty. If you have a word like Vasudeva, then we get Vasudevasya Patyam Puman Vasudevaha, descendant of Vasudevaha, Vasudevaha, and so on and so forth. So we get a derived Pratipadikam, a secondary Pratipadikam. It also has Pratipadika Sanya, but it is derived from another Pratipadikam. So this is a topic we'll study a year from now, but right now we have to go to this topic because of the fact that this form ending in the affix Ktri is not used on its own in the language at all. It has to take the affix Mab because Panini says in the Sutram Nityam. So that is why we have no choice but to take this Sutram right now, even though we are not studying the topic of Tadhitaha. Okay, so what does the Sutram say? Ktrer mam nityam. The Padacheda is Ktrehe map nityam. The Vritti says Ktri pratyayant prakritikat tritiyantan nirvritterthe mapsyan nityam, which is Ktri pratyayant prakritikat tritiyantat nirvritte arthe map syat nityam, which means that to denote the sense of accomplished thereby, accomplished by, completed by, produced by. Anuvritti of nirvritte is coming from 4419. Nirvrittam means accomplished or produced. Anuvritti of tena is coming down from 442. Tena divyati khanati jayati jitam. That anuvritti of tena is coming down. So this affix is used to denote the sense of accomplished thereby. So kritrimam, Pratipadikam kritrima means accomplished by making, by the act of making. So it refers to something which is not natural, it is made, it is artificial. So Sutram necessarily prescribes the affix map following a nominal stem which ends in the affix ktri, like kritri, which is what we have right now, and used with the instrumental because we have tena, so accomplished by making. The example here is being continued from the Sutram 3388. Example we're looking at is kritya nirvrittam kritrimam, and as explained before in the Vigraha Vakyam, we cannot use Kritri directly because Kritri is never used on its own. We cannot use a term ending in Ktri on its own. We have to add Map. So in the Vigraha Vakyam, we have to use a synonym for Kritri. In this case, we are using Kriti. So Kritya Nirvrittam. Kritya is Trityantam because of Tena. So Kritya Nirvrittam Kritrimam. So we have Kritri plus Ta, which is Tritiya Ekvachanam. Anuvritti of Tena is coming down from 442. Into that we add the affix Map by this Sutram Ktrer Mam Nityam. Now Map has a Tadhita Sanya by 4176 Tadhitaha. The ending Pakara of Map is of course It by Halantyam, then Tasya Lopaha. We have Kritri Tama. Now Kritri Tama gets the Pratipadika Sanya by Krit Tadhita Samasascha because this affix Map has the Tadhita Sanya because this Sutram 4420 is in the Adhikara of Tadhitaha, which goes down from 4176 to the end of chapter 5. So now we apply 2471 Supo Dhatu Pratipadika Yoho to do Supluk. The affix Ta, which is inside the Pratipadikam, takes the look elision. We get Krit Ma. Now these Pratipadikani which are formed by adding this affix Map, they are adjectives. So they will decline according to the word that they are qualifying. So if you have Kritrimam, we can have Kritrimam Vanam, an artificial forest, which is like a park or a garden. Or we can have Kritrimo Dantaha, an artificial tooth. Kritrimaha Putraha, an artificial son. Artificial means adopted son. And so on and so forth. So this is how these words are used in the language. They are used as adjectives and hence they are declined to match the words that they qualify.